Hey everyone, it's your girl Dr. Tay, and welcome to day 7 of my 12/12 birthday countdown. So, today's essential tool is leadership. Now, for those who know me, should not be surprised by this being in my toolkit, just because leadership is something that's so important to me. It's something I'm truly passionate about. I have a whole podcast dedicated towards it. And to be honest, before the podcast came about, the idea of writing a book on leadership was first. And then the podcast was sort of like, well, maybe I can start with that and then eventually write the book. But nonetheless, leadership is something that I feel is so essential, and in particular, just knowing what type of leadership is necessary for the scenarios that I'm in. And so this is something that I found to be helpful over the years, because I feel like there are many people who identify themselves as leaders, but they don't necessarily have the awareness piece of like what may be necessary for the situation that they're in. And so for me, I find it to be helpful to know when I need to guide people or when I need to be more directive, knowing when I need to be at the forefront or when I can maybe take a step back. And so when it comes to leadership, I find it to be so significant to continue to have an open mind. And obviously there was some trial and error that has gone into that learning, and I actually talk about it quite a bit in my podcast, Things My Boss Never Told Me. But what I appreciate most is just how much I continue to learn about myself, learn about other people, and also just learning how to adapt to different settings, because my journey is still going. And so despite the leadership experience I've had up until this point, I still see myself as learning as I go along. And so for me, leadership is an essential tool, but it is also something that I care a lot about. And my intention is to help develop more thoughtful leaders, more conscious leaders, because I feel like we need more of that in the world today. We need more people to have a sense of awareness of themselves and awareness of their teams, and just being able to respond in ways that maybe we haven't done such a good job of doing in the last 50 years, right? And so it's sort of this time for this new era of leadership. And I like to think that I'm doing something, even if it's something small, to help contribute to the evolution of leadership. And so that's it for essential tool number 7. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you here tomorrow for essential tool number 8. Okay? See ya.